Ayan, good afternoon everyone at sa lahat po ng ating mga manonood, no? So especially to our grade 6 students. So once again, welcome sa ating new session ng Itulay Online Tutorial. And for sure, I know na sa ating mga nagdaang tutors is marami na kayong natutunan. So for today, ngayon, dadagdagan natin yung inyong mga learning, especially focus tayo sa ating mga batang grade 6 dyan. So welcome po once again sa ating Itulay online tutorial. Okay, so without further ado, so let us start na, no? So, ayan. So, for our today's topic is, or subject is Science 6. Okay, now we are at the quarter 3, week 2, and our discussion is all about the friction. Okay, so before we start, syempre, baka nakakalimutan na. Okay, now what is our objectives for today? At the end of this tutorial, you should be able to explain how friction affects the movement of an object. Okay, so yan po yung ating objectives or yung dapat nating matutunan at the end of our discussion or at the end of our online tutorial. Okay, so let us start. So before we start, baka kasi nakalimutan na kung sino ang inyong mga tutors for today, no? So once again, let me introduce myself first. Hello, grade 6 students. And to all our viewers, I am Tutor Vince from SDO Manila, together with Tutor Doms from SDO Caloocan. And kami po ang inyong makakasama. Ayan, every Monday, 3 p.m. to 3:40 p.m. And saan ba tayo mapapanood? In every session that we have, ayan, mapapanood po tayo. Meron po tayong dalawang channels. We have the Facebook and the YouTube. O, in Facebook po, mapapanood niyo po kami sa DepEd Itulay. Sa Facebook po yan. And we have also in YouTube, mapapanood niyo po kami sa DepEd Itulay din. So, pareho lang ng name, magkaiba lang ng platform or social media platform. Okay, so let us start. Okay, ayan na. So let us begin our discussion. Okay, sige. Tingnan natin dito. Now we have our Sai Balik Tanaw. O ano ba yung Sai Balik Tanaw natin? So for today, we will be having our review tungkol doon sa diniscuss natin last time or sa diniscuss ni Tutor Doms last time. Kung meron pa po kayong naaalala sa diniscuss ni Tutor Doms. Okay. Now, sige, tingnan natin dito. Wala pang nag-a-appear na comments. Sige, good afternoon everyone. So, direction, tingnan natin ha. All you have to do is to analyze and understand the following statements and identify whether it is factual or not. Okay, factual or not, pag-usapan natin. Ano ba ang ibig sabihin ng factual? When we say factual, it is about the truth. Okay, factual nga ang sabi dyan. Next, we have not naman or not. Syempre, hindi naman siya based on facts. Okay, so let us begin. Now, okay. Ayan. Now, factual or not. Now, I have prepared at least five sessions or 5 questions for you to analyze and understand kung siya ba ay factual or hindi. Okay, sige, let us start. Now, for this, okay, remember these questions is all about the discussions noong si Tutor Doms or last week yung diniscuss ni Tutor Doms, okay? So, this is about the gravity. Okay, now, for our first question, gravity is a force that attracts the body towards the center of the earth. It is also the reason why everything is falling to the ground. Now, what do you think is it? Is it factual or not? Once again, gravity is a force that attracts the body towards the center of the earth. It is also the reason why everything is falling to the ground. Is it factual or not? Now, I will give you 5 seconds to answer in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, and I know for sure alam na alam nyo to. So this is factual. Ibig sabihin, totoo siya. Now, when we are talking about the gravity is the main reason why everything keeps falling down to Earth. Okay? So, yan yung reason. That's why we also have the meteorites. Kung napapansin nyo, yung mga ating mga, yes, the meteorites, yung ating bulalakaw sa Tagalog. Yung mga bulalakaw na yon, yun yung, kung bakit sila bumabagsak dito sa ating atmosphere or sa ating surface, it is because of the gravity. The gravity attracts the gravity attracts the asteroid or the meteors. That's why bumabagsak sila dito sa ating ground. Okay, next question. Now, for our second question, the main reason why the tides either high or low occurs is because of the moon's pulls the body of water on Earth. Once again, the main reason why the tides, either high or low, occurs is because the gravity of the moon pulls the body of the Earth, the body of water on Earth. Is it factual or not? In 10 or in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And I know, alam nyo tong sagot na to. So this is factual. Okay? So ang gravity ng moon is the main reason din, no? Siya din yung pinakadahilan kung bakit nagkakaroon tayo ng high tide or low tide. Pag sinabi nating high tide, siya yung mataas na tubig. So kung mapapansin nyo, especially yung mga nakatira malapit sa mga ilog, kung napapansin nyo, may time na merong mataas yung tubig at may time din naman na mababa yung tubig. So ibig sabihin nun, mataas is because of the high tide, it is because of the gravity of the moon, and kapag mababa naman the low tide, ganun din yon sa gravity ng moon. So siya yung pinaka dahilan. Okay, so next we have number 3. Okay, in the whole universe, the black holes have the biggest amount of gravitational pull. Is it factual or not? Once again, in the whole universe, the black holes have the biggest amount of gravitational pull. Is it factual or not? Now, sige, tingnan natin. When we I'm sure alam to ng ibang ng ibang students, especially those students who are really curious, yung curious talaga pagdating sa universe natin, and when they heard about the black hole, the main thing or yung pinaka na ano kagad nila na perceive is the gravitational pull, no? So I know alam niyo to when we are talking about the black holes. And the correct answer for number 3 is also a factual. Okay, so sa ating universe, si black hole yung may pinaka malalim or yung may pinakamalakas na gravitational pull. Okay, next, for number 4 or fourth question, in the outer space, the heavier the mass of such heavenly body, the greater is upholding gravity. O, di ba? So hindi lang tayo nagfo-focus sa sa gravity on Earth. So we are also focusing on the gravity in our solar system or in our universe na, no? Because when we are talking about the gravity, it's not just on Earth. Okay? Hindi lang siya sa Earth makikita. So makikita din siya sa ating or mararamdaman din siya sa ating outer space. So for this question, the correct answer here is factual. So totoo siya, no? Na mas mabigat ang isang bagay, mas malakas yung gravity na kanyang kayang i-uphold o yung kaya niyang hawakan. Okay? Next, for number 5 and our last question, the discovery of the gravity of Sir Isaac Newton is based on after he watched an apple falling from a tree. Okay, ano ba yan? Napakita na. So, sige, discuss na lang din natin to, no? Si Sir Isaac Newton kasi is the proponent or the one who discovered the gravity. Once again, when we are talking the gravity, it is the main reason why everything falls to the earth or to the ground. Ngayon, siya po yung nakadiscover niyan. We have Sir Isaac Newton. Ngayon, paano niya ba na-discover? Actually, he discovered this gravity by accident only because he just observed how the apple falling from a tree. And from then, he developed the concept of the gravity. Yun yung dahilan daw kung bakit nagkakaroon ng gravity or yung kung bakit bumabagsak lahat ng objects sa ating ground. Okay? Next, Now, let us proceed. Now, those are our review, okay? The review about the last discussions that you had, no, with Tutor Doms last time. Okay, so before we start with our Agham Kaalaman, I would like to shout out all the viewers from Facebook and YouTube. I would like to say a good afternoon. Ayan, shout out po sa inyong lahat. Shout out kay Enrico Dalupan and John Vincent Gadi. Ayan, from YouTube sila nanonood. Now, I'm wondering why there is no comment sections. There are no comments from our Facebook followers, no, or from Facebook followers, because I have observed here only from YouTube. Okay, so once again, good afternoon, everyone. No, shout out po sa inyong lahat. Okay, now let us start with Agham Kaalaman. So, punta na tayo sa ating new discussion for today. Now, our topic for today is about the friction. Okay, now what is about the friction and what is the relationship between the friction and the gravity? Ano ba yung relationship nilang dalawa? Now, first, let us analyze, no? Let us analyze this situation. Okay? Now, for our first situation, which of the following objects is easy to push or pull? Saan diyan sa dalawa ang madaling hilahin at madaling itulak? Sige, I'm sure sa mga na-observe, especially sa mga mahihilig mag-shopping dyan, pumunta sa mga market, sa Pure Gold, or etc. I'm sure alam na alam yung sagot nila dito. And the correct answer here is, syempre, ang pinakamabigat dito or yung pinakamahirap itulak dito is yung madali lang pala yung question, no? Sabi dito, which object is easy to push or pull? Syempre, yung ating cart na walang laman. Why? Because it is lighter. Okay, so didiscuss natin mamaya yan why this object or this cart is the one that is easy or easier to push or pull. Okay, next, for our number 2 question or number 2 situation, what will happen if a car moving at a high speed suddenly applied a hard brake? Once again, what will happen if a car moving at a high speed suddenly applied a hard brake? O ano daw yung mangyayari sa kotse kapag nakapag-apply or kapag bigla siyang nag-apply ng mataas or malakas na brake? Okay, is it a tire will make a squeaky sound and will leave a tire mark? Or B, the car will continue to move? O, ano mangyayari dito? Sa tingin nyo, is it A or letter B? In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, so the correct answer here is letter A. Siyempre, kapag napapansin nyo, especially sa mga mahihilig manood ng mga action movies dyan, kapag yung mga actors ay biglang preno, mabilis yung takbo nila, biglang preno doon sa kotse, magkakaroon ng squeaky sound. When we say squeaky, yan yung high pitch na sound na narinig, yung parang gumagano, no, na sound sa ating sa mga gulong nila. Then nagiiwan din sila ng tire mark. Yung tire mark yung itim na nandoon na makikita ninyo kapag biglang brake, kapag sumadsad na yung gulong niya. Okay? Next situation, ito naman. Now, what will most likely to happen if you accidentally pour a glass of cooking oil on the floor? Ano daw mangyayari? Once again, what will most likely to happen if you accidentally pour a glass of cooking oil on the floor? Anong mangyayari kaya? What do you think? Is it A? It's fine. Nothing's gonna happen. Okay lang yon. Wala namang mangyayari. Next, for letter B, the floor will get slippery or dudulas yung ating mga yung floor na natapunan ng ating oil or cooking oil. Okay? Now, okay, for sure, alam na to ng iba, and the correct answer for this one or for this situation is letter B. The floor will get slippery. Actually, hindi lang oil, no? Marami pa tayo. Actually, kahit nga simpleng sabon lang, even a drop of dishwashing liquid can make the floor very slippery, no? Sobrang dulas niya na. Okay, now malalaman natin kung bakit nangyayari yung ganyan. Okay, now those are our situations. Now, the question is, why does those situations results in that certain event or certain results, no? Bakit kaya ganon yung epekto ng mga bagay na nangyari, ng mga situations na binigay natin doon sa mga objects? Okay. Now, let's talk about the friction. Now, what is friction? Okay? Now, the force that is created when two objects rubs against each other is called friction. Once again, the force that is created when the two objects rub against each other is called friction. Now, if you can observe these figures, no? Kung mapapansin niyo diyan, meron tayong isang box na nag-slide, and also we have here the traditional way of making a fire. Or ayan, ano kayang dahilan diyan? Now, this is about the friction. Ano ibig sabihin ng friction? Sabi dito sa friction, kapag yung dalawang object is nag-rub or nag-touch tapos nagkaroon ng movement na rubbing, kasi syempre kapag nirub natin, kinukuskus natin yung dalawang object, no? Ngayon, doon nagkakaroon ng friction or yun yung tinatawag natin na friction, okay? Tulad nito, we have here the traditional way or the very primitive way of making a fire. Ito yung ginagawa ng mga, actually, sino yung mga nagka-camping dito? Yung mga Boy Scout dati, yung mga Girl Scout dati, tinuturo ito eh. Yung kung paano gagawa ng apoy, gamit lang yung stick at saka yung isa pang kahoy. Now, that is the use of friction. And remember, the end result or the byproduct or the end product of the friction is the heat. Okay? Laging nagkakaroon ng heat kapag nagkakaroon ng friction sa dalawang bagay. Even kahit nga mag-rub lang tayo ng mag-rub lang tayo ng ating mga hands, nagkakaroon diyan ng heat. Napapansin nyo kapag sobrang lamig ng panahon, sometimes some person, but not all, no, ginagawa yung rubbing like this. Tapos ang ginagawa nila, once they feel or they felt that the heat is flowing to their hands or to their palm, tinatouch na nila yon sa mga bagay na nalalamigan sa kanila. Now, yun yung ibig sabihin ng friction. Once the two objects rubs to each other, it is called the friction. Okay? Examples of frictions. We have here the examples of frictions. Ito pa. Ayan, we have the rubbing of hands. Ayan, kapag nirarub natin yung ating mga kamay, friction din yan, no? Next, we have, ito naman, we have here the sliding, kapag nag-i-slide or a skid sliding down the slide, okay? So, yan yung ating friction na tinatawag. Example din siya ng friction. Next, what we have here is, ayan, washing dishes using a sponge, okay? Kapag naghuhugas, so sa mga mahilig maghugas dyan ng plato, no? Yan yung mga nararamdaman nila, di ba? Yan yung mga mabilis, mabilis siyang tawag doon, mabilis maglinis kapag gumagamit tayo ng sponge sa paghuhugas ng ating mga plato. Okay, next. Ito pa, and for sure alam na alam to ng iba, no? Ayan, moving a mouse on a mouse pad. Even now, I'm using my mouse, no? I am moving my mouse. Now, the question here is, ano yung dalawang bagay or ano yung dalawang object na nagkakaroon ng friction in this situation? Okay, tingnan natin dito ha. Ang nagkakaroon ng friction dito is the bottom or ayan, yung ilalim ng ating ng ating mouse. Tapos doon naman yung isang bagay naman na tinutukoy natin is about ito yung mousepad na ginagamit natin. So nagkakaroon siya ng friction doon. Okay? Next, another example of frictions we have here, skating. Ayan. And sa mga mahihilig sa sports, yun sa mga nanonood talaga ng sports dyan, no? And I'm sure alam na alam to, lalo sa mga mahihilig sa sports talaga. No? Now we have here the skating. Okay? Now skating, ang tanong dyan, where does the friction occurs? Saan ba nangyayari yung friction dito sa skating? Now, if you can observe to the picture, meron tayo diyang sapatos na meron siyang metal tip or metal bottom diyan sa ilalim, no? Ngayon, ang nangyayari diyan, nagkakaroon niya ng friction from the ice, okay? Sa yellow siya, it is between the metal and the ice. Doon siya nagkakaroon ng friction. And once again pala, idagdag na rin natin, now, there are certain amounts of frictions, no? Marami tayong klase ng frictions. When we are talking about the amounts of friction, when we say less amount of friction, ang ibig sabihin nun is madulas or hindi siya makapit. Okay, yun yung tinatawag nating less amount of friction. Ngayon naman, meron naman tayong tinatawag na greater amount of friction. Okay, ano yung greater amount of friction natin? It is about kung gaano kadikit o kung gaano kung gaano kadikit yung dalawang bagay sa isa't isa. Kapag halimbawa ipupush mo siya, mahirap siyang i-push kasi nga hindi siya madulas. Yun yung main reason, no? Kapag sinabi nating greater amount of friction. Now, pa-discuss natin yan later on pag na-finish natin tong mga examples of frictions. Okay? Now, yan yung skating. Now, the question here is, in skating or while doing the skating, what is the amount of frictions that occurs between the metal plate and the ice, no? Ano kaya yung amount? Is it less or greater? Now, if we analyze doon sa mga napapanood natin na mga sports when it comes to skating, 'di ba kung napapansin nyo, small movement or small padjak or small movement ng tao or ng athlete, ang layo na ng nararating niya sa buong ground ng ice. Ngayon, bakit kaya? Because there is a less amount of friction. Mahina lang yung friction or konti lang yung friction na nagkakaroon or na nangyayari between the metal plate and the ice. So yan yung sa skating natin, yung less amount of friction of course. Okay? Next, now what we have here is the factors affecting the friction. No? Ito yung sinasabi nating factors affecting the friction. Ano daw ba yung mga reason or yung mga tawag dito, yung mga bagay na maaaring makaapekto sa amount or sa dami ng friction na mangyayari sa isang object. Okay? So before we proceed with these factors affecting friction, I would like to greet a happy Monday sa lahat po ng aking mga co-teachers diyan sa Andres Bonifacio Elementary School and especially sa aming beloved principal, Dr. Helen Bautista. Ayan, shoutout po sa inyo and sa amin pong mga teachers na nakasabak or nakasalang sa aming face-to-face or face-to-face class. So meron na po kasing kaming face-to-face class. So I would like to greet them. I would like to shout out them ayan para sa kanilang dedikasyon sa pagtuturo na even face-to-face they're risking their own health or own health para maturuan lang yung ating mga bata. Face-to-face na po siya, hindi na po siya online. Okay, so I would like to greet them and also my elementary, high school, and college teachers. I would like to greet them. A happy Monday. I hope you're doing well there in your working area or working place, no? I miss you all. Okay, so shout out po. Now, let us proceed na. Proceed na tayo sa ating factors affecting friction. So ano ba yung mga epekto or yung mga bagay na pwedeng makaapekto? Now, remember, I have mentioned earlier that we have the different types of friction. No? Now, it is either the greater amount or there is a great amount of friction or the less amount. And when we are talking the greater amount of friction, yan po yung mga magagaspang. Ayun yung mga mahihirap i-push, mahihirap igalaw kapag nagkakaroon ng frictions. Even in our hands, mararamdaman nyo yan. Now, if we rub our hands, and kung mapapansin ninyo, lalo na kapag tuyo yan, 'di ba, ang hirap niyang i-rub, okay? And ito pa pala, additional, once there is the greater amount of friction occurs in two objects, there is more heat produced, okay? Mas maraming friction or mas malakas na friction, mas mainit ang resulta sa isang bagay. Okay? Sige, ayan. Now, let us proceed. Okay, shoutout ulit tayo sa ating mga viewers from YouTube, no? Why don't we have a viewers from our Facebook, no? From YouTube lang ang nagko-comment. Okay? Sige, now we have the factors affecting the friction. And ito, the first one, friction depends on the kind of surface. Okay? Next, when the surface of an object is rough, there is a greater amount of friction. Okay? Ayan, nakalagay dito. It is depends on the surface of an object. Ano ba yung sinasabi nating surface? Pag sinabi nating surface, ito yung nasa ibabaw ng ating object or kung ano yung pinaka-skin ng object natin. Meron kasi tayong dalawang klase or marami tayong types pala ng surface. Okay? We have the rough surface and the smooth surface. Now, based on our context, depends on the kinds of ano daw of surface. Okay, when the object of the surface or when the surface of an object is rough, there is a greater amount of friction. Ayan no. Now, if we observe these figures, we have the figure 1 and figure 2. Now, let us focus on figure 1. No, marami tayong objects or marami tayong bagay na mayroong ganitong klase ng surface. Especially, we have the cement. Okay, yung semento. We have the floors, ano pa ba? Actually, marami talaga. We have the woods. Depende kung na-polish na o na-furnish na ba yung woods na meron. Okay, yung keyboard, 'di ba, rough din 'yan kapag pinagsama-sama natin lahat ng keys diyan. Okay, rough din 'yan. Ngayon, when the friction occurs in both rough surface or both objects with rough surface, nagkakaroon tayo ng maraming or mas maraming friction. Okay? Now, I think yung papel de liha o yung liha na tinatawag natin, especially tanong niyo to mamaya kung meron kayo diyang mga o kung yung tatay niyo nagtatrabaho sa furniture shop or yung may kakilala kayo na nagtatrabaho sa furniture shop, they have there what they call the papel de liha, no? Yung papel de liha is a very rough very rough paper. Ayan, para siyang may mga maliliit-liit na bato. And may may mga numbers 'yon, depende 'yon sa numbers. Mas mataas, I'm not sure kung correct me if I'm wrong, but kapag alam ko sa liha, kapag mas mataas yung number niya, is mas magaspang siya. Okay? And kapag mas maliit yung number, mas mapino siya. I'm not sure then, hindi ko din sure ha. You may check it later kung gusto nyong ma-confirm kung tama yung sinasabi ni Tutor Vince. Okay? Ngayon, saan ba ginagamit yung papel dilihan na yon? Yung papel dilihan na yon is ginagamit siya para i-furnish or pakinisin yung bagay or yung kahoy. Most of the time, kahoy. Now, why? Ano kayang nangyayari? It is because of the rough surface. Kasi masyadong magaspang and fine, fine siya. Pag sinabi nating fine, masyado siyang tawag doon, dikit-dikit. Okay? Masyado siyang marami. And fine siya. Okay? Kapag fine siya, ayan na, syempre kapag nirarab na natin siya sa kahoy, ang tendency, yung kahoy is magkakaroon ng, ayan, tawag doon, makikinisan yung kahoy natin. Yun yung rough. Now, anong friction ang meron sa rough? Of course, the rougher the object, ay tawag doon, the greater the amount of friction that they have. Okay? Next, we have here also the smooth surface. Okay? Syempre sa smooth surface, like the examples I have given you last time, earlier yung skating natin at saka yung metal plate at saka yung ice, those are the smooth surface. Now, the smoother the surface of the objects, the lesser the friction, of course. So, yun po yung apekto. Yun yung result or yung effects ng ating surface sa friction ng dalawang bagay. Okay? So, ayan na. Medyo dumadami na. And ang ating mga viewers, no, kasi I'm not sure, no, kung sa YouTube lang ba tayo naka-live, but I would like to greet RV Cantor and we have the viewer. I can't read the name, no? Ayan, we have RV Cantor. Happy learning, everyone. Name Gerald RV Dula Cantor, advisor, Ma'am Sonny Bicarme. Shout out sa kanyang principal, Sir Rodelio Domingo from Aganyo, from San Pedro Villa Concepcion Elementary School. And kay Kuya Adrian Rivera, good afternoon. O, ayan. And now I am sure that we are live only in YouTube, no, because there are no comments here coming from the Facebook. Okay, so but it's fine. Let us continue. Okay. Next, ano pa ba yung epekto, no? What are the factors pa na makakaapekto sa ating friction? Now we have here, it depends on the mass of an object. Okay? O ayan, kinonfirm na ni Kuya Adrian. So Kuya Adrian, thank you for confirming na ayan, kaya pala ang konti lang ng ating comment section because we are only live at our YouTube channel. But it's fine. As long as there's learning, it's fine. Okay? Now, okay, ayan. Now, these are the second factors no affecting the friction of an object. We have here, depends on the mass of the object. The heavier the object, the more force it has that causes the increase of the amount of friction. Ang ibig sabihin niyan, mas mabigat ang isang bagay, mas malakas yung kanyang friction. Okay? Siyempre, kung mapapansin nyo nga naman, now if for those students who have witnessed our preliminaries no yung ating review kanina, meron akong binigay na dalawang I have given the situations na may dalawang cart. Yung isa full of gift or items, yung isa naman is yung empty. Now the question there is alin ba dun sa dalawang cart natin yung madaling itulak? Okay? Meaning to say, mas madaling itulak, syempre, yung magaan, yung walang laman doon sa ating carts. Ngayon, bakit kaya? It is because the mass of that cart without the items is lighter. Okay? Ibig sabihin, mas magaan siya, mas madali siyang itulak. Now, mas madaling itulak, less friction ang nangyayari doon, di ba? So, yun yung sinasabi nating yung mass ay nakadepende or yung friction is nakadepende rin sa mass ng isang object. Now, the question is, sir, why mass? Bakit yung bigat? Ano ba yung binibigay ng bigat para maapektuhan niya yung friction ng isang object? Okay? Ngayon, ang binibigay niya is the force or the downward force, the pull force, di ba? Kasi we have what we call the gravity eh. Kung natatandaan nyo, yung diniscuss last time ni Tutor Doms, the gravity is the reason why objects keep falling to the ground, no? Siya yung dahilan. And the heavier the object, yung gravity, mas malakas yung attraction ng gravity. Now, the same with this friction. Kapag mabigat yung gravity, mas malakas yung pull down ni gravity doon sa object kasi nga mas mabigat siya. Ang tendency nun, mas malakas yung force ng surface ng dalawang object. Let's say for example, we have the box, di ba? Mabigat yung box, yung isa naman may magaan na box. Siyempre, mas malakas yung force na nag-a-attract doon sa dalawang surface, mas malakas yung friction. And the tendency, once you pull the box or push the box, di ba ang tendency, masisira pa yung ilalim niya. It is because of the friction also. Okay, so yun yung isang factors na nakakaapekto sa ating friction, yung kanyang mass. Okay, the heavier the object, the more force it has that causes the increase of the amount of frictions. Okay, ayan, sabi ni Kuya RV Cantor, friction is the force resisting the relative motion of solid surface. Wow, very deep explanation. Fluid layers and materials elements sliding against each other. Yes. Actually, marami tayong marami tayong bagay. We can see the frictions in our daily lives. Okay? Ano-ano ba yung mga frictions in our daily lives? Syempre, let's say for example, kukuha kayo ng pera. Yeah, you have your wallet in your pocket. Now, you are going to buy at the store, no? Then you are going to pick your wallet dito sa ating sa iyong bulsa. Ngayon, syempre, now what do you think will happen kapag mas masikip yung bulsa? Ano yung tendency? Ano ba yung level of hardness or difficulty na makukuha niyo yung wallet sa inyong bulsa? 'Di ba mas mahirap siya? It is because mas masikip yung bagay, mas malakas yung friction. And mas malakas yung friction, mas mahirap siyang kuhain sa ating bulsa. Okay? So yun yung just simple just the basic examples of frictions na makikita natin sa isang bagay, no? Or sa ating pang-araw-araw na bagay. Another one, we have opening the door. O, di ba? Opening the window, the door, pulling an object, o, di ba? Lahat yun ay may friction. Lahat yun ay may friction, no? Let's say for example, yung door, di ba may one time or there are times na kapag yung pinto ay mas mabigat siya, di ba? May mga pintong ganun eh. May mga doors made from the plastic and doors made from the wood and doors made from the solid wood, di ba? And those materials have their different mass. Okay? Iba-iba yung kanilang bigat. Of course, plastic lighter and the solid wood is the heavier. Of course, the tendency, saan doon yung madaling buksan, di ba? Ang madaling buksan doon is syempre yung plastic, unlike doon sa mabigat. Just like what Kuya RV Cantor said, mas mabigat po, mas malakas po ang friction. Yes, and mas mabigat, mas malakas ang friction, mas mainit po yung result ng friction na tinutukoy natin. Now, the relationship between the gravity and the friction is very relevant, no? Relevant silang dalawa kasi yung gravity din yung nagdedetermine kung ilang friction or kung gaano kalakas na friction yung kanyang yung kanyang mabibigay, 'di ba? Now, let's go back to our objectives na. Now, our objectives last time, o sa mga nakabasa ng objectives natin, our objectives for today is about how does the friction affects the movement of an object. Now, syempre, ayan, no, tulad ng sinabi natin kanina, let's say for example, ganito yan eh. Kapag mas mabigat, o yun nga yung sinasabi natin kanina, ano ba yung epekto ni friction sa movement? Of course, the lesser the friction, the faster the movement, or the easier the movement can be done, no? Mas madali yung movement na pwedeng mangyari sa kanya. Yun yung epekto. Siyempre, pag mas mabigat naman, mas mabagal naman yung movement ng isang object. Isa pa, based on the first law of motion. The first law of motion is the law of inertia. Now, what does the law of inertia states? It states that the body at rest will remain at rest / or the body of motion will remain in motion unless unbalanced force acted upon it. Mas mahirap pa stopin yung bagay na mas mabigat because yung friction ng mas mabigat is mas malakas yung friction. And kapag nag-gain na siya ng momentum na tinatawag natin, mas mahirap na siyang ipatigil. Okay? Or mas mahirap din pagalawin kapag mas mabigat. Okay? Now, ano pa ba? Depends on the condition of the objects. Ito pa, meron daw conditions na tinatawag. Engines are using oils to make gears rotate smoothly. And ito, tanong nyo to sa inyong mga papa or kuya na may mga motor dyan. Now, regularly, I'm not sure kung in every 1,000 kilometer, it depends on them, no? But meron tayong tinatawag sa ating mga sasakyan na change oil. Okay, sa inyong mga sasakyan ng mga tatay nyo, yung mga kuya nyo, no? May change oil na tinatawag dyan. Ano ibig sabihin ng change oil? Yung change oil kasi is nakakatulong siya para malesen or para maging smooth yung movement ng mga gears sa ilalim ng lupa, sa ilalim ng makina, okay? So, yan yung epekto. Ngayon, syempre, naglalagay tayo ng lubricants ang tawag dyan. Mas konti or mas maraming oil or kapag may oil ang isang object, mas madulas. So, syempre, mas smooth ang takbo ng makina. Okay, now, next. Ito pa, friction may slow down the car or any vehicles using a brake. Ito pa, friction, yung brake din na yan, nagkakaroon din dyan ng friction kasi kapag pinapress yung brake, meron dyang brake caliper na tinatawag na kumakapit dito sa disc o disc brake, nagkakaroon ng friction, then yun yung dahilan kung bakit nagkakaroon ng slowing down of the vehicles. Okay? Next, ito rin, siya rin yung dahilan. Slippery road cause the unstable movement of the vehicles that may result in accident. Yung friction din yung dahilan ng kung bakit nagkakaroon ng ganitong sign. Just kung bakit nagkaroon ng ganitong sign. Okay? Slippery road, yan, ibig sabihin, madulas. Okay? Objects colliding to each other may stop or lessen the movement because of the friction occurs. So, ayan, yung friction din, pwede nyo ring pa-stop yung dalawang bagay, no? Ayan, may collision na nangyari dito sa ating picture na to. Ano nakalagay dito? Pwede na daw bawasan yung movement ng isang object. Tingnan nyo yung friction na nangyari dito. Sobrang lakas ng friction and also the collision, nagkaroon tayo dito ng damage sa dalawang sasakyan. Yun yung tinatawag natin yun yung effects ng friction sa ating mga sa movement ng mga bagay. Okay? Now, remember, tandaan. Tandaan nyo to ha. The force that is created when the two objects rubs against each other is called friction. The amount of friction can be affected by the kind of surface mass of an object. So, yun po yung ating frictions na tinatawag. Okay? Syempre, hindi tayo magtatapos nang wala tayong aghamon. Aghamon, let's have our short activity. Ito lang, understand the following statements and choose the letter of the correct answer. Sige, ito. Now, which of the following statements is correct about the friction? Now, let me answer this na. Okay, friction can occur with one object. Heat is always the end product of the object. and friction is the same with the gravity. So the correct answer here is ito, yung laging hit po ang resulta ni friction. Okay? Next, for number 2 question, what will be the result of friction occurs in two objects? It may, ayan, of course, it may, both A and C. Ano yung A? It may lessen the movement of two objects and it may result in the unstableness of the movement of an object. Okay, very good. Yung mga nagsasagot dyan. And for sure, alam niyo yan, medyo nagkakaroon lang kasi tayo ng delay dito no, kapag live. Okay, now, which of the following statement is referring to the present of the friction? Saan daw dito yung may friction na nangyayari? A, two stationary distant object. B, applying brakes to stop the car. C, a parked car. Or D, plate on top of the table. Okay, saan dyan ang may friction? Siyempre, diniscuss na natin to kanina, nagkakaroon ng friction sa letter B. Okay, very good. Tama, si Kuya RV. Letter B, applying brakes to stop the car. And second to the last question, ayan, we have the following may affect the friction of two objects except A, the mass of an object, B, the force of an object, C, the surface of an object, or D, the size of an object. Of course, ang isa lang na hindi nakakaapekto sa friction ng isang bagay is our size or the size of an object. Okay? Next, for the last question. Okay, last question. Which of the following situations is showing the greater amount of friction? Saan daw dito yung may malakas na friction? A, sudden brake of speeding car. B, oily floor. C, wet condition of the roads. Or D, we have the rubbing of two steel bar. And the correct answer for this question is letter A, sudden brake of speeding car. Diyan po nagkakaroon ng malakas na friction. Okay? So, that's it for today. Congratulations, no? So, sa mga naka-join sa ating mga nakapanood, no? Congratulations.